All right, so I did a short and there was just so much energy around it. I just wanted to dig a little bit deeper. Let's get into this exhaustion. This is the past energy. So check out the short so you could get filled in on the energy. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so someone, you're tired of this journey, right? You're in your head about things. You're uncertain of which action, which direction to go. Okay, look, you have exhaustion. You see how like there's a long road, like you've been down this long road in love. This is a love reading, okay? King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy could be significant. This could be you or someone that you're dealing with, or someone who's just very stuck in their ways. Okay, because the King of Pentacles could also be someone who's just um, very stubborn. Okay, or like very controlling as well. Like that could be like their shadow aspect, very controlling, very dominant. They don't want to move forward. They're not open to new ideas. And maybe that's what you're moving away from, people who lacked the ability to take action, but they just use their resources as a means of effort. Okay, because there was an emperor that showed up in the short. Okay, and then we have spying underneath the deck, 144, as I looked up. Let me show you these cards. Okay, I'm a little bit all over the place, so that could be the energy of this reading. We have one day in the current energy, and then in the near future energy we have curse. And I knew that card was going to come out because I kind of saw it in my mind's eye in the shuffle. So I feel like it's not that you're cursed moving forward. I feel like someone, okay, this person who's spying, that's trying to cloud your judgment and cause conflict, okay, to delay some sort of time. Like they're trying to delay something, okay, because they're longing for you and they're stressed about something, or they're just keeping you in a state of longing. Okay, so they're trying to conflict or try to interfere with your time and keep you in a state of fog, right? Not being able to see things clearly. So, yeah, like negative mind, right? It says on this card, negative mindset, witchcraft, hex. So they're trying to do some sort of interference on your discernment, but it's not going to work out with the cards that came out. It's like the judgment card came out. And what this person doesn't see is whoever that they're setting this intention with, right? It has to be some sort of god of the underworld or some sort of deity or deity of the underworld. But there's a polarity to that, right? Even the deities of the underworld know that you can't just go and do anything if a person is holding good intent, if someone is holding a pure heart, right? And I feel like the answers are written on the wall, or they did some sort of binding spell. Like they wrote something on a wall. That's significant. You and this person could have wrote something somewhere, like when you're a little bit younger, you write something on a tree, or you wrote something on a wall, or whatever it is. So that could be significant in who I'm speaking of. Let's clarify one day. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, player energy, like you're just tired of that in and out energy. Okay, we have a lot of knights. That young, juvenile energy that can commit, that's kind of all over the place. Another time, somewhere, someday, it's like, okay, you know what, this isn't for me. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to give up. The Six of Swords, they want you to move on, move forward, or this is what you're doing. You're moving on, you're moving forward. 444 on the clock. And you're like, you know what? Whatever's meant for me will be for me. One more card for one day. The Two of Wands. Yeah, making the decision, overlooking your options, overlooking the options you had in the past. But what you have to understand is it's not what a person can offer all the time, right? That's what leaves you depleted. Because if a person, all they have to offer is material wealth, then that's a transaction. So they're going to want something in return. And that's going to leave you in exhaustion. That's going to leave you depleted because it's going to never be enough, especially if they're like the breadwinner, especially if they make more than you, right? Materialistically. And that's going to leave you drained. But equal reciprocity is the woman doesn't necessarily always have to match that, but we bring in that feminine energy, that nurturing energy, that intuitive energy. We bring in the protection of spirit, those that are divine feminines. Underneath the deck, the Fool, right? Taking that leap of faith, a new beginning. Let's clarify the curse. Magician, yeah, Gemini energy. So someone's trying to keep you in this negative mind, in two minds about something, because Gemini has two faces, right? It's the shadow aspect of self and it's the light aspect of self. But someone is trying to keep someone bounded in a negative mindset by doing witchcraft. They're writing something like I'm kind of seeing like they're writing the same line over and over using your name. A chalkboard could be significant. What else do we have? The Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so they're trying to. Six of Pentacles is my full circle card, okay? So what that means is Six of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. What that means is, viewer, is that this person's trying to keep you bounded in burdens, carrying more than your own weight. Okay, people pleasing, that's that negative mindset. And you have it with the Eight of Swords here. They're trying to keep you exhausted, keep you trapped and bounded in a loop. Yeah, but there's a rebirth, there's a death. So in the short, the Judgment card and then the overall energy, arching energy, was the Moon. So what this person that's trying to do this to you, or you doing this to another, what you don't see is that there's always someone watching your intention. And that's source energy. That's polarity if you don't believe in God. Okay, that's God if you believe in God. That's karma, cause of law and effect, what you put out. So if you're trying to bind somebody with evil intent and keep them in a lower vibrational state and burden them, that's what's coming back to you, right? So that's the death. A death of a Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy, who was trying to keep someone always juggling instead of moving forward, instead of making a clear decision, because they want to keep this emperor from their empress, because they very well know that this emperor is moving towards their empress. I feel that I'm picking up on like a masculine that's dealing with a karmic feminine. And this karmic feminine is trying to play the magician. But what they don't understand, Six of Pentacles, what goes around comes around. And they think that they have this upper hand because you can't see, because they're spying, or you have some sort of cloudy judgment, or you're in this state of hot and cold, trying to thinking that you have multiple options. How would I say auctions? That could be significant. Auction you off. Interesting. Okay, that could be significant. But they're trying to keep you in this loop. You saw the the Ferris wheel, right? So they're trying to stall time. Excuse me, my throat's acting up. They don't want this message getting out. But too bad for them. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, what goes around comes around. So this magician is going to be getting a bite in the ass. So whatever they're putting out with this curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind, okay, they could have a skull tattoo or collect skulls. That could be significant. is going to get a bite in the ass because they're going to be burdened by their own hand, by their own doing, because there's going to be an ending, Scorpio energy, a death. Now, this could be a death in their family. This could be an actual spiritual death or an actual physical death. And I feel like it's this Queen of Wands, okay, that's trying to do some sort of energy work. Or it could be a Scorpio that's trying to do energy work on this Queen of Wands from moving on, okay, and from this Empress to move on. So it could be a karmic female trying to attack an Empress, a divine feminine. So this karmic female could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy, and they're trying to attack this Empress energy because the Empress is all four queens in one. Remember, she's evolved mentally, emotionally, spiritually, material materially, okay? She has everything that she needs to move forward and to be victorious. It's like the Empress, divine feminine, is doing more with less, whereas the karmic is has everything but still can't compete. And that's what kind of drives the karmic energy to go crazy because they're power hungry. Let's get an overall arching energy. Alone time, exhaustion, okay? Spend time alone. It will help you gain clarity on your relationship. These are my new cards. I wanted to use them. They're beautiful. And they're pink. I never really liked pink. I was always the purple kind of gal, but let's clarify overall. One day, dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers you seek. Okay, so one day, it's like your dreams will come true, and that's kind of where you are. You've made that decision to move on, to remove yourself, and I could be speaking to masculine energy, and knowing that you're going to meet up and move forward and be victorious with this Empress. But certain things have to pass, certain things have to subside, have to clear the energy. What's this? Curse, hex, witchcraft, attraction. You are attracting the right person at the right time in your life. Exactly. This just confirms you had to let go 1, 2, 3, 4 and trust in um, divine timing. Because this person you attract, attraction, what you put out, and this just confirms what you put out, whoever this magician is, whether it be male or female, okay? It's just the energy that I'm picking up on. So this could be a divine masculine doing it to divine feminine, from going ahead and stepping into her power to meet her emperor, because in the short, the emperor came out underneath the deck. So that's what you don't see. That's what's behind the scenes. Because this empress doesn't see, as she moves forward victoriously, she's moving towards her emperor. But this Gemini energy, magician energy, that's in the shadow aspect of self, is attracting what they're putting out. The full circle card, what goes around comes around. So they're putting out this hex, this negative mindset, and now they're going to be burdened by their own hand, by their own doing. And that's why karma is ultimately a bitch. Much love, viewer.